Are you ready for a show that really rocks? Real Talk with G-Love and Kenny the Rocker, taking you behind and beyond the music. Interviews from legends of rock and roll, up-and-comers, relationship talk, and more.
All right, everyone. Wow. Thank you for joining us today here on Wednesday.
Swallow much?
No, you know what? I have been multitasking since I've walked in this studio.
Walking and chewing gum at the same time.
And listen, worse than that. Like 4 or 5 things, and I'm realizing I got my phone. I got my real job. I got the show. I got my kid who's at a motorcycle shop. I got Kenny. I got T-Man. I got everything happening all in less than 15 minutes. I think I'm very talented, by the way. Just saying. Let me just put a little smack on my back.
Be happy that you're that popular.
Oh, yes, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I just want to just have all these.
No, because when your kid quits calling you, that's when you got to worry about it.
Well, very true. I agree. Welcome to Real Talk with G-Love. Listen, we're doing our best out here. We're running on. Would you call it pirating? Pirating? How do you say pirate?
Oh, what's a pirate something?
Yeah, we're pirating. We're pirating? Is that how you say it?
No, we're not. We're not at the moment, no.
That would be a word that I would come up with.
No, well, it means
you are no longer the captain.
You are pirating.
But no.
I am captain now, right? How'd you like to be in a movie like that and you get paid like $1,000? And
listen,
that'd be beautiful.
But you remember he went to the Oscars.
Yeah.
And you've never seen him again, you know.
So the crazy thing is we are on
your captain.
5 different internet streams in this place just to get internet. I have never in my life experienced what we have experienced since we have come to Seminole Town Center Mall.
Just been having internet issues.
Oh my God, it's like nonstop.
It's an
So
adventure.
let me just say this for those that do listen, because we do have listeners. Let me act like Kamala for a minute. We do have listeners here on this show, and
Oh, I know you so want to go off, but you just stop it.
I do want to go off, but
Stop
I can't. But Trump does the accordion, right? He does this, and then she's this. She does all this, raising her hands up in the air like she don't care.
There's
But-
a natural like connection to when people talk with their hands.
No, hers is overdone. But anyway, we are going to do our best to stay on.
I want to talk some. Let me
on
talk a
Taz.
little bit.
Yeah, I see that. You want to smack me. I see you coming close over to
That's
smack me.
Italian.
But if we go in and out, just stay on with us. It's just a moment of insanity.
Insanity.
Yeah.
I'm not helping you with all your words
I-
today.
Hey,
You're on your own.
I'm
man.
doing the word salad.
Okay.
I'm trying to be like her. I'm doing all the word salad.
There you go again. You dropped it again.
Ba-boom.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully we'll stay on today. We do have a promise from AT&T. Can I just put a shout out to the people that install internet with AT&T? Can you just come to an agreement? Because 3 months being on strike, that's a long flipping time. We have a tentative date, October 8th, to have somebody come and install. However, on my message, it says, not guaranteed.
Mm.
Like, what does it take for an installer to come install an internet?
Well, you know what kills me about that kind of stuff? It's like the DMV. You still have to pay them. You still have to have them.
Still gotta pay them.
You still got to do it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, got another person texting me. So anyway, listen, just bear with us. We're doing our best. T-Man, the producer, is trying his best to keep up with.
Plugged in. Oh,
Well,
It
what,
did.
I've been rolling with punches.
what just happened? Is something happened?
It did a flash.
It did a flash.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, it's running now.
No, it's running. It's good. It's running. We're good.
It blacked out for like 1 second.
It
Just
just,
went boom, boom.
yeah, it's gonna do that. Remember the old days, like you would,
Where's the easy button?
yeah, exactly, exactly. We're gonna have a great show though today, Wednesday, right here at Seminole Town Center Mall.
Hump day.
It's been a beautiful day, actually. No storm clouds anywhere, which was
Still
kind of
hot.
nice. It's still hot, but it's getting a little cooler. I can feel it just a little bit.
See, my friends up north are already going, oh, I woke up this morning and I had to put on a light jacket.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. It's cute for like a month, and then they'll be calling me going, oh, man, I'm freezing.
So here's the good news. We have a lot of people from South Florida watching us. Thank you guys so much. I want to give a huge shout out to Crunk. I call him Crunk because I saw his name one day and it just made me think of Crunk versus his real name. I tend to do that with people. I tend to rename people. Don't feel offended. I've already told him many times, if you don't like your nickname, I will call you by your given.
Where did you get the crunk from? That
You
sounds
know,
like something you smoke or dance
Well,
or
because
something.
his name is W. Vaughn. So
Okay.
on Facebook, it's W. Vaughn Cruck. And I was like,
Oh, that's his last name, Crook?
yeah. And I
Okay.
was like, nah, Crunk. I
Okay.
didn't like Cruck, so I just made it up. Crunk.
Change your name.
Also, Kenny, you are right. That is a dance. The crunk is a dance.
Yeah,
Thank
it is
you.
a dance. Yeah. So,
See, I'm not that
well, and I
dated.
got it also from the dude that plays football, Grunk. I thought, oh, okay, he got a cool name, right?
Oh, I
Nickname.
thought of what was the Disney movie? Emperor's New
Oh,
Groove.
yeah, the little root. The
no,
Groot.
Emperor's New Groove. It's
Oh, I thought you said
that's an
Groot.
older animated movie, but there's a
Mhm.
character called Crunk. He's one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know
Shout out to my
that.
Disney fans.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. So Crunk went on his page and he just put on, hey, because I'm not connected to South Florida. We're connected to Tampa, Daytona, Central Florida, obviously.
around the world.
So I was like,
But Tampa's South Florida's a little far for us.
yeah, it still is, but we still have bands that have come on the
Yep.
show and stuff. So, but South Florida, like going down to Port St. Lucie and areas like that, and I said, Crunk, can you do me a favor, please? I begged him.
Mhm.
And right away, the dude puts up a post and we got 70 hits. Well, he got 70 hits. I didn't.
Nice.
Of different bands. And next Wednesday, we have a band that honestly, I like their music a lot. I'm telling you, South Florida, they got some talented people. I always thought it was Tampa. I'm starting to think it's a lot of South Florida. AMOV, it's short, and I'm sorry that I don't know it off the top of my head just because I can't remember
Wait a minute.
everything.
AMOV is the abbreviation
The
to their name?
abbreviation, yeah, and here, I think it's right here.
AMOV. So it's a 4-word name?
Yeah, his name is Desi. I love the first name Desi, by the way. Love it, love it, love it. And it is A Moment of Violence is the name of their band, but they
Oh,
go
okay.
by AMOV to make it short. A Moment of Violence. So anyway, we have him coming on next Wednesday. Super excited to have somebody from South Florida on the east side, right?
Yep.
St. Port Lucie
Yep.
is Port St. Lucie. Did I just do that backwards? Is down south and on the east side. So can't wait to have him on with us for sure next Wednesday, you guys. Next Wednesday. My kid.
That's a week from today.
That's a week from today. And yes, Desi will make sure that everything's appropriately working because I'm going to make sure T-Man has it under control. Let's see. Today, you know what? A lot of things have happened in the last 2 days to do with famous people. So I was like, I watch these posts of what people say, like something happens, right? And then people are either for it or they're against it. There's not really an in-between situation, right? Well, anyway, there's this girl on Dancing with the Stars. Now,
Boy, you know what? I used to watch that show when it first came on, but it's like C actors now.
well, here's the thing. She did something a long time ago. She is wearing something. And to me, I'm almost like, why do we always somewhat support people that have done bad things? And there's an actual name for it, by the way. I don't want to give it up yet because I'd like you guys to stay with me. And we're going to go through this because it's very interesting how people love criminals.
Well,
It's a real thing, you guys.
They do.
It's a real thing.
Yes.
So we are definitely going to go with this psychological.
Well, I made one kind of a little smart comment regarding Foo Fighter guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, Grohl.
Dave Grohl. So I was like,
another
hey-
one needs a new name.
So I was like, hey man, blah 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 blah. Family man, didn't mean it till he got caught, had a baby. Don't you guys think this guy's a piece of S or what? Right? That's all I said. And there's people taking his side.
right.
And I'm like, you don't even know this guy. If this was your brother or your own husband that did this to you,
Correct.
or somebody that did it to your daughter,
correct.
you would kill him. Actually kill him, right?
So this is going to be the topic tonight because that's exactly what I'm talking about.
because he wrote a 3.5-minute song that floats your boat.
There is a reason for this. So psychologically, there's a reason that people love criminal behavior or unethical behavior, which that's where he would fall under. G loves gooey gossip. Oh boy, did he today, right before I came here, you will not believe where he is and why he will not be getting out. Don't share it.
No, I don't know. I looked today just to see if I could find a picture of him with the suit on, or the the jumpsuit that they give you in jail. What do you call that? The prison garb. I haven't seen him in the yellow outfit or the orange outfit yet.
Okay, listen. Everybody just stay right
I
here.
want to see his sad face.
I have got the scoop hour before we came on this show and tell you where this man is and why he's not getting out. It is
he's gonna be having a lot of,
unbelievable.
what do they call them things? Freakouts. He's gonna have a bunch of freakouts in prison.
I hope he's got a lot of chicks that fall under this.
Oh my God! I did see this. Did you see that they raided him and he had like 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Oh yeah, I did hear about
Okay.
that.
See that? All right.
Yeah, I
It was
saw
like
that.
ridiculous. I was
Well,
like
he-
1,000 bottles.
Hopefully they're going to be giving that to him in a jail cell somewhere. All right. Prince Harry. Wow. Turning 40 meant a lot of something to him. I want to go back in time and turn 40 again. Not for the reasons you think. Wait till you hear this story. Also, we have Halle Berry in this crazy movie coming out.
Still love her.
She ain't looking as good as we want her to look, but man, did she go through some horror in this film. Also, Joaquin, however you want to say
Joaquin
it.
Phoenix.
Well, a lot of
Oh,
people.
Joker.
Yeah, the Joker. Man, I will be going to see this movie for a couple of reasons. Going to share that with you.
I'm actually not into it because Lady Gaga's in it.
I like Lady Gaga.
I don't.
I do. Whatever her stances are, but apparently some amazing music's going to be coming out of this movie. And then, of course, we got somebody who's no longer going to act. She refuses. She will never be an actress again. And I was a little shocked to see this one. All right, who's the 4-minute rock report? You're over there playing with paint on your hands. I see you.
Jane's Addiction, Sebastian Bach's Losing His Mind, REO Speedwagon. I got some stuff.
Okay, very cool. Can't wait. And then we're just going to have fun tonight. We don't have a guest, not for any particular reason. We just don't have one. And sometimes that happens to where Kenny comes up with all kinds of weren't you going to do?
I didn't do it.
Oh, no. All right. Well, I'll find some stuff.
Just a top 10 list or
Top
something.
10. Yeah. You
But no,
always
we
do that.
just didn't have a guest because we've just been.
We've been super busy.
No, it's the internet.
It's the internet. And also, we're going to make an announcement here. I'm going to let Kenny do it. What we're doing.
Oh, that little project?
Yeah, the project is awesome. By the way,
I think it's a good idea.
4 more people, 4 more bands have joined us, and I'm so excited to have the 4. And G loves Sex in Her City. Well, I'm going to kill my kid in about 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Here, I'm going to put him on the phone so he can hear that I'm online doing my show. Sex in Her City, we're going to talk about the trendiest cities. We got some trendy cities coming up.
Is your son calling? Oh, he hung up on
Oh,
you.
yeah,
He didn't want a piece of it.
I don't want to hear it. He thinks I'm going to put him on.
No, I was going to blast him because I was
Yeah,
like, hey, I know you need a ride. Why don't you ask your girlfriend?
No,
Ask your
manager.
Ask your manager
That's
for a ride.
right. And the sexy tip of the night, well, we're going to find out why these women love dating criminals, even to the point that they'll go into
prisons
to see him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone, listen, you can find us out there on Real Talk with G Love Facebook, Rock All Out Radio on Facebook, Instagram. I am on Twitter, X, aka X. I am on, what are the other ones? The one I didn't get really involved with is TikTok. Although people tell me I'm nuts.
You are kind of missing it. TikTok is probably the biggest. Although in TikTok, the thing that they're kind of flipping out because China.
Yeah.
It is the biggest, and America's flipping out because of its alleged association with China, but it is not actually a Chinese company.
Right. So with that being said, TikTok is just the last of the ones because I got all of them.
Okay.
Man, I finally got on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like that took me a minute. It's like, guys, I can't spend 8 hours every day.
That's the problem.
I got to let it go. And then with the TikTok, you got to do videos,
Well,
right?
you got to do videos. You have to be very active. You have to, and see, here's the thing. Like, we don't even know how to do a reel in here. T-Man probably does. I don't really know how to do a reel where you just do your phone real quick. You do a little thing and then da-da-da. Like, I don't have enough hands. I don't have enough fingers and toes to do all this stuff. I just don't. That's the problem. It's hard for us to get to that next level because we don't have access, nor do we have the help to kind of get to that access. Do you understand? So here we're on Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn. Then we have TikTok. What other ones? I mean, there's so many.
Well, there'll
things.
be a new one in a couple of weeks.
Exactly. Especially if, some of these multi-billionaires decide they want to run with the country. They want to run the content. You know what I mean? All right. Well,
wow,
listen.
you're on fire a little bit today.
I am.
I'm just sitting back listening. You go off. You're awake today.
I am awake.
Good for you.
Yeah. Good. All right, everyone. Stay right here. Listen, real fast. We have Writer Now Magazine. Guys, check them out. Great sponsor.
Valerie Smith. We love her.
Absolutely. They're Orlando Predators. Check them out. Let's support them. American Premium Vodka. Our guy, Mark Gus.
Yep.
He's amazing. And, of course, our Seminole Town Center Mall. Stay right here on Real Talk with G Love.
On rockallout.com. All right,
Oh,
all
wow,
right,
that's
all right,
not
all right, all
fast.
right, all right.
Welcome back to Real Talk with G Love. Sitting here dealing with negotiating a motorbike, whatever you call it. Oh my
Motorbike.
gosh. Anyway, can't wait till my kid gets out of college. Like I just can't wait. So anyway, welcome back to Real Talk with G Love. You know, a couple of things.
You know
are-
what?
It's been going on. There's just things that are kind of in the works of. Do you look at these people and go, why are you in this position? And then, however, you've been doing all these criminal activities over here, and it's getting bigger. Like, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but it feels like to me, maybe because there is the internet, maybe the fact that information can be spread so fast.
I have that talk with my son because I'm like I have to do a check every once in a while. Like, am I missing something here? And he's like, no, Dad, it's the internet.
It's the internet. I absolutely believe it.
Like, I mean, like I'm like, is there more people that have this issue before? And he's like, no, they just get together now.
They-
So you
well,
hear
they-
more
Yeah,
about
now,
it.
yeah, now there's a web.
Yeah. Well, then you got whistleblowers. I mean, before years ago, whistleblowers were not allowed to be whistleblowers. If you did, you were threatened with your life, your family's life. Now they get a little bit more protection. So I think people are coming out a little bit more than what they normally would, right? So there's this girl, and I watched this documentary on her. She came in and scammed a bunch of people, and the Netflix series was called Inventing Anna.
Oh, I seen that.
Oh,
That's a little bit old already.
okay. It might be old, but
She's
wait,
Russian, right?
yes, but
Yeah.
hold on. She got criminally prosecuted in New York for
Mhm.
doing what she did. She served some time in jail, and then she was let out. But here's how she was let out. She was let out under house arrest. So, guess who they put on the show Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, for real, her, huh?
Anna Delvey.
Oh my God, see that's not even a D star.
Okay, but listen, they put her on this show. First of all, they had to go through the courts to make sure she could do this because Dancing with the Stars is not in New York. It's out in California, right? Then she has an ankle monitor that she has to wear
Why she dances?
while she dances.
So you think that that's the kind of Dancing with the Stars? That's how they want to represent themselves?
This is what I'm saying. It is a psychological warfare against people. I'm just telling you. So last night was the opener
Dancing with the
of,
Stars.
of Dancing with the Stars, and the convicted con artist Anna Delvey
Mhm.
and her bedazzled ankle monitor legally attached to her leg.
Yeah, she bedazzled it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
it matches her dress.
Okay, there's nothing funny at all about this. To me, it's an acceptable. It's almost.
So you're
telling-
trying to say if I want to get on Dancing with the Stars, I have to at least kill somebody, right? Or do something really bad, have a freak out party or something, right?
She was convicted in 2019, spent prison time for swindling banks, hotels, and rich friends with a false reputation that she was a wealthy German heiress.
Yep.
It's to the point where Google literally, you know how Google will say your job under what your main
Yeah.
thing you do? It says con artist.
That's right.
But I mean, Dancing with the Stars is owned by ABC, which is owned by Disney. So why would they want to have that
This is
kind of
my
love?
point. This is my point.
But then again, you know, I remember the greatest joke of all time. I was watching a roast, and it was Snoop Dogg and a bunch of other people, well, a bunch of other white people, and the joke was, "Yeah, I can't believe it. This dais, man. I've got a rapist, a pimp, a drug addict, and 6 other white guys."
So here's
That was funny. They were talking about because Snoop got busted for all that, and Snoop is like a household name now. I mean, it's a wonder you can't buy his shirt at
Oh, there we go.
Walmart.
That happens every time.
I like Snoop. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, come on, man. He's representing even us in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I'm like
he
that.
rebranded to America's Grandpa.
I know, but I mean, people forget everything. That's
So
it.
at the end of the day, here's my thought. And there is a cycle. Listen, nobody does anything by accident. When Dancing with the Stars said, "Oh, we should maybe consider having this convict who has an ankle bracelet as one of the contenders in Dancing with the Stars,"
Well, I don't understand why they just don't bring on a real star.
because for them, it's more of a psychological warfare
but
against people.
But again, it's Disney.
And it makes no sense at all because here's what happened. Now, Disney's already losing people anyway for other situations like the wokeness and all that. So they're just, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Well, never mind.
What I don't understand why they take it to this next level. But there is a psychological name for this where people are intrigued like us. We're intrigued by the crime series. We're intrigued about serial killers.
I do like Joe Kenda.
Yeah, but we're intrigued by it. So they think with Dancing with the Stars, we're going to be intrigued with the fact that this girl who is a known convict who has a bracelet, who swindled millions and millions of dollars, you guys. This is not a girl who just swindled a corporation.
I watched it.
She swindled people like you and me that might have a little bit of extra money in your pocket. I mean, she was not a good person.
Thanks for including me.
You're welcome.
Rebuttal.
Yes.
But she's pretty.
Ooh,
She is kind of pretty.
really? She's pretty?
She got a little bit.
Okay.
It's in the eyes. But no, that'll
The
do it.
beholder.
But no, that'll do it. Because there has been a joke going around the internet for probably the past, I'd say like 3-4 months, where you could have a picture of a convict, and if she's pretty, who cares?
Casey Anthony.
Exactly.
So here's what happens in our psyche, our stuff that we don't have control over sometimes, unfortunately.
Farts. Farts?
That's been happening a lot. This is why I don't have the neutrals tonight because I got to lay off of them. Anyway, ideation. Ideation is something that we all look into. For an example,
That could be a good name for an album.
ideation. I love it.
Yeah.
Crimes start with a thought, right? All crimes do. You have a thought. You have a thought. Oh, like this girl. I'm going to go and pretend like I am this German heiress, and I'm going to go stay in the best hotels, use credit cards that are not my cards. I am just going to go and live this life. It's an ideation. It starts with a thought. But thinking about committing a crime and doing it are way two different things.
But I am blowed. I am amazed that they do have a celebrity convict on a Disney Channel show.
This
That's supposed to be family oriented.
exactly. So here's my point. So where are we going in society? Like we've gone too far, I think. Anyway.
Well,
I think we really have.
Well, remember when a few years ago when all the girls were showing their vajayjays, right, with their skirts.
Right.
I think the very next thing is people actually taking dumps out of moving vehicles. I think that'll be the next.
Oh no, it will
phase.
be. They'll up it one. They'll keep upping it.
Yeah,
it.
they're
Yeah,
not gonna
it'll be a dump out of a window at
Yeah.
a high speed, but make sure that your diet is based in with corn.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
it is something weird.
I'm making stuff up now, but
It is
yeah.
something
Can
weird.
you guess what's in the poop of the day?
Did you see where they're riding those little stick ponies? There's
Oh yeah, that's a real thing. They do it in Germany. I
Of
saw
course
it.
they do
yeah,
in
I saw it.
Germany.
Yeah,
that's funny.
it's
a
they.
lot of poop jokes in Germany too.
Oh boy. So anyway, here's the thing. Be ready for more because if Dancing with the Stars can actually put this on air and people legitimately watch it,
Owned by
Disney.
Disney. Owned by Disney.
I'm going to tell you something, guys. This wokeness, all this stuff is going to get bigger and bigger, and they're just going to keep kind of putting it in your psyche.
But this is not really a woke thing.
No, it is a woke thing. If you think about it, it is. We are praising a criminal.
Oh.
We are rooting on. Oh, we want her to win because she's got an ankle bracelet on. You don't think about what she did to people to get where she's at. You and I, if I said, oh, I knew this girl and this is what she did, I will never watch that show. I'll never watch it again. I stopped watching a long time ago. But what I'm saying is to me, that's the end of the rope for me. Like, I am not going to watch a show that's going to support somebody who did what she did to people and got away with it. Do you think she's got to pay back all that money that
No,
she stole?
No, she
Definitely
can't.
not.
She
Nope.
can't. But I
So she's making money with Dancing with the Stars.
Yep, because in the day, people don't care how you got there; they just care that you got there.
well, Kim Kardashian.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Kim
All
Kardashian
she did was
did a
do
sex
Ray J.
tape. She did a sex
Yeah,
tape.
all she did was do Ray J,
All right,
and now
that's
she's
it.
rolling in it.
And it wasn't even a good sex tape.
No, it wasn't.
It was horrible, right?
Yeah, it was so
Lame.
lazy.
Right.
Now Paris, on the other hand, you got to give her thumb up because at least she puts in the effort.
So, so I mean, and that's something in my eyes. That's no one committed a crime there. That was not a crime to go out and do.
No,
a
no,
sex
no, it's
tape.
not.
It's not.
It's just desperation for fame.
Absolutely, and that's fine. If that's if something you want to do and you feel it's going to get you there, then go for it. I know plenty of my girlfriends who go out there and they'll do an old man because they just want the money and fame. Do it. I mean, that's all good. You're not committing a crime. This girl committed major crimes. Major. She spent time in prison. This is not somebody that deserves to be in the limelight like that. I'm sorry.
At least they should put P. Diddy on there. That'd been better.
Well, and speaking of that,
Diddy on
coming
the
up.
Masked Singer.
no, on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my God. You guys are just going way out there. Well, listen, coming back, talk about P. Diddy, aka Sean Combs, because they will not call him by his nicknames in court. Wait till you hear what happened an hour and a half now, probably,
Okay.
before we came to this studio. I am in total, like, no way this went down today. Stay right here on Real Talk with G Love.
P. Diddy. Oh, on rockallout.com.
And I can't get ahead. The institution has been losing my head, yeah. The pressure rises and the meter is red. Let's keep it pushing and don't put it to bed, yeah. Taking his hold. The system's buckling, you don't let it fold, yeah. The battle is on, it's a fight for my soul. Reach my potential and fulfill all my goals, yeah.
All right. Well, welcome back to Real Talk with G Love. Got my kid like drive me nuts on my phone. Anyway, a little bit of G Love's gooey gossip. Man, when I saw the Sean Combs, they're not calling him by P Diddy or none of that. He's going by Sean Combs, his legal name. And I don't know if you guys know this. He was refused bail.
No, I seen that.
Did you see what jail he's got to go to?
That I don't know.
Brooklyn. One of the worst.
Rough, yeah.
One of the worst jails in New York. He is being retained in Brooklyn jail. It was announced an hour and a half ago, and
They're worried that he's going to do an Epstein.
not looking good. Not looking good at all. Everybody. The Brooklyn jail, by the way, I had some statistics on it. What happened?
That was me.
Oh, is that your accent?
Yo, hey. Well, that's all I know from Brooklyn.
They offered, listen to this, Combs' lawyers offered a $50 million bail package to allow him to be on home monitoring at his luxury home on a Florida island. And the judge said no.
No, they're worried about him being a flight risk.
Well, $50 million bail? Think about that for a minute.
He's a billionaire.
10% of that is what, 5 million, right? Am I doing my math right? So he'd have to come up with 5 million cash.
He could do that.
He has that.
Easy.
Right? Easy.
He
And
may have that in loose bills in his house.
he just might. His
Look between the
lawyer,
couch cushions.
Yep.
listen to what the lawyer said in front of the judge. The jail's conditions are horrific.
Yeah.
The site of murders and suicides. That he doesn't deserve to be in those conditions.
Oh, really?
And guess what the judge said? Too bad. This is some serious stuff, you guys.
it's kind of a big deal because you don't see very many billionaires get taken down.
Not like that.
You
Not
know,
like that.
Mm.
Here are his charges:
but he was out of control.
racketeering, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for purposes of soliciting
Sex,
prostitution, which are all felonies.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutors said he used his power and prestige to commit all the alleged crimes.
Well, they say the racketeering thing is like a mobster. That's what they do to mobsters. They was doing
Correct.
for racketeering, and all the guns he had, most of the guns he had, all the serial numbers were scraped off of him.
They have
You can't
proved
do that. You can't own a bunch of guns with no numbers, man.
No, you
Right.
can't.
They have proven that drugged women with, I guess, all the, this whole time they've been doing all these interviews, I'm sure, and investigating them, wanted to perform with male sex workers, by the way, not female, in what they called freak-offs
Mm-hmm.
or sexual performance productions that could last for days.
Poor girl.
No, you missed it. Did you not hear what I
That
said?
it lasts for days.
Combs allegedly drugged women
Yeah.
with male sex workers. It was the male sex workers that they were drugging and keeping for days
Oh, I didn't catch that.
between women and men.
Well, yeah, whatever.
They were doing both. And
Well,
they
they're
called them
freak-offs.
freak-offs.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember, they made a thing this morning because I looked at it first thing, and they said the guy that came out made 18 references to freak-offs.
Right. The home he wants to wait in trial is the man-made Star Island. Seen it, been on it. Beautiful. In Biscayne Bay in Miami area. And it's reachable only by causeway or boat.
But what?
That might have been your first problem.
But what did the judge say?
No,
No,
not happening.
Mm-mm.
So
He will never see daylight again.
He's done. I mean, listen, and I agree with you. I think this is something that this kind of personality.
Yes.
See, here's the thing. The other crazy dude, I
Epstein?
believe I can fly. No, I believe I can fly, dude.
yeah.
What was his name?
Mm,
I believe I can fly. I
Oh my
believe I
God.
can touch the sky.
Yeah. R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. See, that dude had some street stuff in him. Like
Right.
he knew how to deal with street stuff. He'd
Well,
been
he-
in jail before.
But he didn't have $1 billion either.
He did not.
That makes a difference.
But doesn't matter to him getting busted for what he did finally after years and years of doing this stuff. He can live in prison, right? He can, obviously he has for how many years now that he's been there. R. Kelly's been in a Chicago jail in prison for how long?
a few
It's
years.
been a while.
Yeah, a couple years.
That guy can deal with it. This prima donna.
He won't. They already said Jeffrey Epstein in there a few times. Like they're afraid that he's gonna like.
Yeah. Oh, they
Kill
were
himself.
requesting that they put him in a sequestered situation.
Right.
Not
And what
gonna
the judge say?
No.
No.
No, ain't gonna
They
happen.
should call him No Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy gonna happen.
And then does that make me a bad person that I'm glad they got him?
No, but you know what? Going back to this psychological warfare on people, guess what? There are plenty of people out there that are defending him. And
Oh, I'm
saying,
sure.
Yeah, that he doesn't deserve it. He will have thousands of people that will want to go see him in jail. I mean, that's the thing. It just
Maybe eventually that all drops off.
Yeah. You think so?
Oh yeah.
Well, Art Kelly still has a lineup.
I mean, as long as he's got money. I mean, he'll have outside money. I'm sure he's got a few million, so he can buy some favors and stuff.
he has. They said why Diddy's billions were of no use to him in Tuesday's.
That's
jail.
kind of what I like seeing. I like
Yeah.
even though you got that much money, they still took
And
you
you
down.
can't do nothing about it. Well, they probably froze all that stuff anyway. Now listen to this. Let's do over our 40th birthday, especially if you have a queen mother that passed away who put it in her state like a long time ago that one of the princes of Diana and Charles, guess what Prince Harry inherited on the day of his 40th birthday?
I see it. So
$10 million.
but that's not a lot to them.
It don't matter. 40 years old, he got $10 million.
Yeah,
I mean,
But 10 million on top of the 100 million he has.
well, okay, but what I'm saying,
no, it's
that's a substantial and not
Listen,
that's
I'm
from
gonna-
a trust fund.
let me
guys.
just hate all billionaires. Okay.
Okay, is that what's happening here?
Yes, of course.
Listen,
All this guy did was be born.
just be born
That's all he had to do.
to two crazy people.
Well, that I get.
Yeah.
But he just had to be born. He was-
With him just turning the big 4.0 or 4-0,
it's all downhill from there.
he gets $10.5 million from a trust. That was
I just want
set
the
up.
0.5 of it.
I
Just give
know.
me the 0.5.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm like, really? Can I just go back and do my 40th over, please? For all the reasons.
Well, you've done about a dozen 50s. So,
yeah. That works. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
I'll leave you.
But anyway, Prince Harry is $10 million richer. I'm sure his wife is just smiling away because she ain't been able to work in a long time. That, what's her name?
I seen some pictures on her this morning. She's not as cute as she thinks she is.
Nah, she was always average girl next
She is.
door.
I mean, without makeup, she's pretty
Yeah.
rough, man.
Listen, Halle Berry is coming out about this movie. I don't know if you've seen any of the commercials for it.
I have not.
I will not watch it because it's like one of those, you're out in the middle of the woods somewhere and stuff is going down.
Let me tell you. So in my household, my chick loves horror flicks.
She's going to love this.
And most chicks that I've been around in my lifetime, they all love horror flicks.
I do not.
Women are the people that go see horror flicks.
Not me, man. When I saw like where this is at, she is like in the middle of a forest
Is
somewhere.
there a picture of her or anything?
Well, yeah, you
Is that
can
a video?
see. There's a video. There she is. She looks really worn out and tired. She said that.
That is what happens when you turn about 60.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of scary. Anyway, they're out in the middle of nowhere. And she is. Oh, you're having a hard time seeing it? Oh, there we go. Does that make you happy now? I mean, this African American family living out in the woods somewhere.
Oh yeah, she does look rough.
Oh, no, she looks rough. And she's a troubled mother trying to protect her children. And
I like it.
It's called Never Let Go. And she said that they put them in this house out in the middle of nowhere. They literally had to spray bear repellent on them because they literally there were bears
Because they were
everywhere.
I was done,
What?
obviously.
What?
We said
Yeah,
they're
bears.
spraying bear repellent. I'm just
Well,
like,
I
what?
didn't-
Because of alligators?
I didn't really know that there was such a thing. I didn't know that you would put bear repellent.
I've never tried it, so I don't know.
Me either. First of all, I would never be out in the middle of the woods like this ever in my life. I don't care if there's a house with an toilet outside. I don't care.
I
You're
want to
missing
see
out.
it.
Huh?
Said you're missing out.
No.
Forest is great.
Never, ever, ever.
Dig a hole.
But she said that, at nighttime they would be doing the actual, night filming. And she said you could hear like the weirdest sounds
Oh,
when
good
you're
for
out
her.
there. And she goes, she never wants to do one of those again. She said it was unbelievable. Now, the next movie that's set to come out,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
that's okay. Hold on. Gotta be messing with my equipment.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Joker 2, Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. Apparently, the chemistry on the set was undeniable. You know how she did with that Bradley Cooper. She has this way of really getting into the character.
Plus, you don't know. I mean, she's single. I always thought that
She's not single.
Oh,
You're
she married?
absolutely incorrect. No, she's engaged to this very overweight guy, and he got her one of the biggest rocks I've
I did
ever
see that
seen.
rock. I seen it at the Olympics.
Well, not only Olympics, it was at the
But I seen-
France, where they showcase
Con.
this movie.
Con.
Whatever. Yeah,
Fest,
that
movie
that
fest.
ring is like probably weighs 20 pounds. I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, new Joker 2 clip is out. You can see Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn, and she is in love with the Joker. Apparently, there's going to be some amazing music coming out of this. Can't wait to go see it. And it's called Folie à Deux. That's what it says. Folie, Foleie. How do you say it? Folie?
Don't look at me.
Folie
I'm-
à deux. I know how to say adieu.
I'm just kind of on the fence with the Joker. I don't know why. I know Joaquin. That's Joaquin.
It's because he's overdone.
He's good, but I wish that he would have moved over to the Marvel, DC world. You know what I mean? I wish he would have went over because remember they did the last DC with Batman, and there was a different Joker,
Yeah.
and he
it's-
would have been the good one to bring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the reason there's a reason they could and reason they couldn't. It's because they just wouldn't work together. Like if I were to see, I would say Joaquin Phoenix, if he had any chance of being in a Batman movie, I wouldn't want him with the current what we just have for DC.
the current
I'd want
Batman,
him-
you mean?
Yeah, I'd want him with Pattinson.
Well, I'm going to tell you this:
The
they are
Batman movie.
they are slated
Yeah.
to make over $1 billion.
I just
Sound
want,
about right?
I just want to see him being with the other guys. That's it. I don't like the Joker per se. I don't think he's not strong enough for me to go pay the money to go see that.
And my last story of the night for G Loves Gooey Gossip, Eva Mendes will not be returning to acting. She said, I felt like I've done it, been there, I'm done.
She hasn't acted in a while, anyways.
Doesn't matter. She's gone. I liked her. All right, everyone. That's a little bit of G Loves Gooey Gossip. Lots of chatter on that. We have the 4-minute rock report coming up. You want to make sure to stay with us right here on Real Talk with G Love.
On rockallout.com.
time for Kenny the Rocker Wilkerson and the 4-Minute Rock Report.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially time now for the 4-Minute Rock Report, brought to you by Rider Now Magazine. Rider Now Magazine is a charity-driven motorcycle music multimedia publication that's been together for 15 years. Miss Valerie Smith over there been running that all the way from Jacksonville to Sarasota. If you want to know what's happening in the charity, she does a lot of charity events. You guys do charity events, you definitely need to reach out to ridernowmagazine.com. Go check out the new issue online or go pick one up yourself. Now, on today's 4-Minute Rock Report, well, you seen the other day about Jane's addiction, right?
Yes.
Getting in a fight, the guitar player, the singer.
Oh, terrible.
Stupid. But they just dropped a new single today. So that wasn't really the plan.
They canceled all their tours.
They did, but they dropped a new single today called True Love.
Okay.
Remember the band The Darkness?
Yeah.
They just announced their new LP. It's called Dreams on Toast.
Oh,
Well, at least they.
I need coffee.
Yeah. Sebastian Bach. So he's getting beat up today. He's kind of a douchebag, anyways. But he had the F Trump T-shirt on.
Oh boy.
But this is the same guy that had T-shirts back in the day that just said "I hate gays." Remember that? So
Mhm.
he's
I
always he's got. I think he may be partly gay, like silent gay. Bullet for my Valentine.
Deadly gay.
Well, you know what I mean when you
Closet gay.
closet
Oh, yeah,
gay.
in the closet.
That's what I mean, because when you rag on gay people so much, it's usually because you are, and you can't deal
True.
with it. Anyways, Bullet for My Valentine announces North American dates. So guys that like those cats, get ready. REO Speedwagon. These guys were huge, man. They had a couple of good albums back in the day. High Infidelity, great album. But anyways, they are stopped touring due to not recyclable differences. Irreconcilable. Is that the word?
Reconcilable.
Thank you. Differences. So, but they're done forever. REO Speedwagon is done. So, anybody catch the new Linkin Park? You know, they were on Fallon last night. Anybody see that?
No, I can't
watching
stand
With,
him.
with the new female singer. So I didn't. Okay, nobody
Don't
cares.
like him.
Okay. Cher. Oh my God. You know what, Cher? I mean, I am with a chick, but man, I'm telling you, I probably still hit that just to put it on my resume. Cher is to headline an all-woman lineup at the first Victoria's Secret's fashion show. Do you ever watch those on TV?
Oh yeah, they were hot.
Oh, I used to have to hide it when I DVR'd them. But anyways, it's the first fashion show they've had since 2018, and Cher is headlining that. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what I got here. Where we are, become the first superhero star. Oh, so here's where we're at. You know, Batman, talking about superheroes, right? We were talking off air about the Joker and all this stuff too. But Batman to become the first superhero to ever have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Who paid for that?
It doesn't cost that much.
$40,000. But the thing is, man, now nothing means anything anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you
now
put
you got
Dolly,
Batman.
you put Dolly in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You put made up people on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I mean, there's nothing left, guys. You're all bumming. 311 announces new album. It's called Full Bloom. So there's a new album from those guys. I see you have the book over there. Did you ever read that book, G Love? The Nothing But a Good Time.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good book.
So yesterday on Paramount, they have the uncensored story of 80s hair metal, Nothing But a Good Time. It's I actually went through it real quick today. It's a 3-part documentary. It's the 40-minute segments. Basically, they go by band, Poison Rat, Crew, Great White. Rudy Sarzo is in it quite a bit, by the way. And I was watching on Paramount, and I watched I went fast to the first episode, but the other 2 chapters I had to sign up. So they give you the first one for free to try to sell you the other 2.
Yep. Then you got to subscribe.
But if you want to see a documentary, look up Noah Rex, Ain't Easy Staying Cheesy. It looked like it was produced just as good. Local Florida, Tremonti, Tremonti,
Yeah,
guitar
of
player
course,
from
yeah.
Creed, released a new music video single called "The Mother and Earth," the Mother, the Earth and I.
Okay.
So he's got a solo thing he's doing.
Did we interview him? I thought
No.
I always feel like we interviewed
No,
him.
but I did a bowling tournament with him one time.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus. Okay, so you heard about that, right? So she's in all kinds of trouble because Bruno Mars. The publishing company for Bruno Mars, I forgot the name of the company, it was somebody I didn't know. They said that Miley Cyrus song Flowers sounds like a Bruno Mars song. So she has to quit playing it live.
But here's the thing: I think a lot of songs are starting to sound.
Well,
like
that's
each
what I
other.
mean. I say that all the time, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
that sounds like Foo Fighters. That sounds like
Just
whatever.
let
That
them
sounds like-
do it. I mean, give me a break.
Because everyone want to get paid off it.
Well, you remember Vanilla Ice was the best, right? Because he goes,
Oh, totally.
he goes, no,
They
They
had
No,
one note difference. If
one note
anything.
different. I was going
If
to do it.
anything.
It was like dun 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 dun. He said, mine's like dun 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 dun. You know, it was like one
It's
note.
like
It was-
super,
yeah.
super, like what?
it didn't work out for him.
No, he plays around.
Yeah.
He lives over in.
No, but I
St.
mean,
Pete.
that's as far as that song. He had to give up the rights on that. Plus, who's that guy that's in prison? East Coast label guy, not Tupac. Come on, man, he's in prison. He was holding Vanilla Ice over the ledge. Made him sign that paper. Do you ever guys heard that
I
story?
remember the story. I just don't
I don't
remember who it
remember
is.
Who is
What's
that
his
big
name?
dude, man? He's a big guy.
Can't remember.
With that label. What was that label in New York? Had all the hip hoppers. Anyways,
Are you talking about Biggie?
no, the guy who the label that Biggie was under though. That big
Oh,
that,
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight is the guy that
Ah.
shook down Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Sound about right.
Suge.
Maneskin. My chick loves this band.
No, they're good. I
from
like
Italy.
them.
This
In fact,
guy's
I need to add some music from them.
Oh no, it's 'cause it was. I know what song you were talking about. The Miley Cyrus song.
yeah, Flowers.
So yeah, Flowers. It sounds like the Bruno Mars song "When I Was Your Man."
yeah, the chorus
and
and everything.
They're
They even talk back.
yeah, it's to the point where you could literally hear them almost like they're talking back to each other because she uses his chorus
Yeah,
in a flip on hers.
on a flip on hers. Yeah. So that's what's going
So
on.
y'all
what should
late.
have happened is just when you admit that you did something like that, you just buy the rights so she could do the song. Why did they make it life so
Talk
difficult?
about that lawsuit people being late. That's
Yeah,
been
but-
out for a minute.
But here's the deal: Bruno Mars is not suing her; it's the label or the publishing company, and the publishing for that song. That's what they'll do.
All right.
Anyways, back to Maneskin. So these guys, and I think they're okay. I'm not really as big as my chick is, but because he comes out in like a thong and does all that crazy stuff, he stays pretty naked on stage, pretty much. Have you seen him live? G-Love?
No.
Yeah, he's pretty well. Yeah, I seen him play an award show in a thong. Anyways, he
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
he signed solo project with his. So he put out a song today on his debut on his solo album, solo project, and the song is called Silver Lines. So if you want to see what the Maneskin lead singer on his solo project, and I don't know why he's doing a solo project because this band's just taken off. So
Mm.
singers, that's all you need to say.
Okay.
More award shows. So the Brit Awards is they made an announcement today that it is scheduled for next year, right? I guess they've missed a couple of years, the Brit Awards. And it will be September 18th, 2025, which is exactly 365 days from today. And the last story I have is 9 Inch Nails. They have a photography exhibit to open in London regarding their 30 years of being a band. So anyways, with that being said, 9 Inch Nails has a exhibition over in London. So if
That's
you happen to be
cool.
a 9 Inch Nails fan, if you go to Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, there's a big thing on Trent Reznor too. Why? Because he lives there. So check it all out. And that, my friends, is the 4-Minute Rock Report.
And I think that they should go after Kia for almost duplicating their emblem.
There you go.
I really do. I don't know why they haven't gone after them. Make some money off of it. Or do a Kia commercial. I want to like an animal and have it as one of their songs.
I want to drive like an animal or
There you go. Yeah,
like some
exactly.
sort of redo to the lyric because there's been plenty of those.
No,
Or
but-
just give it to Miley Cyrus.
She'll steal it.
I don't feel sorry for these guys. They're all. making
I
money.
don't
Yeah, no, they're
either.
all-
Plus, Trent,
They're all rich.
Trent Reznor's he's a really talented guy, by the way, and
Yeah.
he does a lot of songwriting and producing for other bands.
No, he's a cool guy.
Mhm.
Cool cat. Maybe one day we'll get him here on this show.
Oh my God, that would be pretty excellent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We just have to make sure the internet's working.
Oh.
Like when we had the doors on.
Oh.
I would, you know what's so funny? I was listening to on my rockallout.com, by the way. It's a great station. And I'm going to say it because although I do have a rap song I need to remove off of there.
What?
Not sure how a rap song got in there.
Mm.
But the Doors, their songs are like 6 minutes long.
Mhm.
It's unreal
A
how
lot of this-
music in the 70s
Mhm.
was so long. Like if you probably didn't make a 6-minute song, you were a loser.
You had to do a 2-minute just on an intro.
Right.
2-minute intro. And here's the thing. I swear to God, guys, I don't know. People don't pay attention to me because I don't know. They're not smart enough to keep up, I guess. But the thing is this. I swear within 5 years, songs will not pass 2 minutes.
No way. And,
Oh
and
yeah, no.
that's
We're
the
just
irony.
passing 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
The average song is like 2:30.
So how long
But,
does,
but it used to be 3:30.
Yep.
And before that, it was 4:30.
Yep.
So I predict that.
Each decade, it basically cuts off.
Well, what they're doing, they're dropping guitar solos out of songs now.
They're dropping guitar solos. They're
Intros.
dropping bridges. They're
Oh,
dropping intros.
exactly.
all right. So when we come back, we're going to talk about this a little bit more. We're going to take a quick break. We got our sponsors to give some love to and some music that we're going to play.
But speaking on that, you can go to YouTube and check out Novarex Raise Your Glass. We dropped it like 3 years ago, and it is a 30-second song.
When we come back, we'll talk about that more right here on Real Talk with G Love.
On Rock All Out, I love TrentReznor.com.
Metal Workout Weekdays. Join G Love every Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern, to work out to the best heavy metal bands of all time. Leg workouts, chest workouts, any workouts with Metal Workout Weekdays will pump you up for the best results on Live 365 Radio at Rock All Out or rockallout.com.
When you buy American, you buy the best. Handcrafted. Something premium. Something pure. For this is the very essence of what our servicemen and women gave their lives to protect. And by God, we shall not allow their sacrifice to be forgotten. It's time to show the world just how great American can be. And we will not wait for tomorrow to come. We will stand here, this moment, together. And we will start today. Don't ever forget how great it is to be American. America we need right now. America. Premium vodka. Celebrate this.
Future
All right.
All right. So we were on this subject prior to taking a break, and we were talking about the length of music, right? And I'm just listening to rockallout.com.
And
Yes.
it's because of the attention span of everybody.
No, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know what's happened in the 70s. Maybe back then they were just smoking so much weed and they were doing.
They were just digging it, man. That's the
no,
good stuff.
and they were on shrooms and they were doing all kinds of stuff. But the average here's some
Maybe everybody's on speed now. Back then they were all. Don't look at me like that.
because I think you're on speed.
Okay.
At times I'm thinking I'm going to make you sit on your hands. I think you're on speed.
I don't do speed.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, here's an average song length through the decades. What do you think the 1950s would have been?
I'm going to say in the 1950s it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I'm gonna say about somewhere between 4 and 5.
Oh,
No way.
No, the Beach Boys. Could you imagine listening to the Beach Boys for 4 minutes? I would have just hung myself.
No, but see, I was thinking. You said 50s, right?
Yeah, 1950s. It's 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Hey!
Ooh.
The reason I got there is because I was thinking of Chuck Berry songs, Little Richard songs. Those are
How
all
about
real
this
fast
one?
ones.
1940s. You know,
Oh,
the
my God.
flapper stuff.
I don't really go that far back, man.
Okay.
Did they have albums back then?
Yeah, were they songs
Yeah,
or
they-
were they
they
just like
did.
tunes that were played?
I think just tunes that were played on the
That I can't tell.
on the
Like,
vinyl.
Were
What
they
was it?
rotatable?
2 minutes and 41 seconds. And the 1960s, what do you think it would have been? Now, we already know 1950s was 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah.
1960s.
It's gotten longer because that's when the intro started with like. So I'm gonna go. What it was the first one 2:30. So I'm gonna say in the 60s it went to 4 minutes.
2 minutes and 59 seconds.
Okay, I took it back.
So I'm trying to think 1960s would have been, that wouldn't have been the Beach Boys.
No,
that
but
would have
that-
been more of like what you're talking
No,
about, Chuck
it-
Berry.
No, that was
No?
the 50s. The 60s were more like the Animals, the Monkees, that kind of lyric stuff,
Oh.
which are also still short songs, right? Hey,
Right.
hey, we're the Monkees. That's
Yeah.
60s.
So they started realizing the Beastie Boys came up with a rule.
I love me some Beastie Boys.
Do you know what the rule was?
No,
No more than 3 minutes. You
that's
could
the-
not go over 3 minutes in the Beastie Boys rule.
I love it. They were smart.
They were very smart. It was called the sweet spot
Mm-hmm.
for song length. It stayed consistent for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but then became inconsistent as the internet came to pass. So interesting that there's a reason for these songs, and it's because of I think it's a couple of things. I don't think it's just the span of what we're willing to listen to. The Beastie Boys, I'll listen to them because of the beats and they get you engaged. Like Eminem.
Mhm.
I can sit and listen to a 5-minute Eminem song because he gets you in the beats. Like he gets you into it. You don't even recognize you've just gone by 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
Good production can do everything for time.
Plus, I've seen Eminem do like 4 verses. I mean, he gets
I mean,
pretty.
that was like 90s hip hop was like 3 verses
Yeah.
or nothing.
So in the 1970s is when it started to increase.
Mhm.
One of the reasons it went up to this 3 minutes and 55 seconds is because people were telling a story. And what makes me think of that is Eagles, because the Eagles, Hotel California,
They tell stories, or
they told stories.
Christopher Cross. I seen him come up
Cri-
today.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's still around.
Mhm.
I thought he was not.
But they also had bands during that time, like you said, Supertramp and stuff, where they had a minute, 90-second intros and things like that.
you also have in the 1970s. Think of Grace Slick. That chick had some major intros, and
Have
the
you
White
seen-
Rabbit.
Have you seen her lately?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I know.
But I'm just saying, like, think of those because today coming over,
Well, those were psychedelic times.
correct.
So you
that
wa-
was my point.
Well, that's like Pink Floyd. Pink
The-
Floyd has songs that are
The
that long.
Doors. Like I was listening to L.A. Woman.
Great song.
I'm like, how long does this song go for? I mean, I literally was coming here. I was on the interstate, not I-4, but the other one, and I was still listening to the song on rockallout.com, and I almost made it to the studio.
Do you remember when Billy Idol did that song?
L.A. Woman.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. know
Oh, it's a
that.
great version.
So listen to this. 1980s. What do you think
Okay, that's my group. That's where it's going to be Van Halen and Whitesnake and all that, right?
What do you think?
So it went from 4 minutes in the 70s.
Yes. No, 3 minutes and 55
That's
seconds.
4 minutes, yeah.
4 minutes.
That's
Rounded up.
That's an average, by the way, because
Average.
there's 7-minute songs out there. But I'm going to say that it got slower. I would say 3.5.
4 minutes and 8 seconds.
So it got longer in the 80s.
Well, because here's why. I think what happened in the 80s, you guys love those intros.
they used to.
Yeah, you had those massive
Dun-dun-dun,
intros.
dun-dun-dun,
Dun-dun-dun.
Remember that Europe?
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. You're like,
Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, and then it went on forever. And
Yeah,
then
like-
he finally goes in, oh, we're heading
Yeah.
to Venus.
and then they
Venus.
always the 80s.
They had a story.
Eddie Van Halen did this, but during the 80s, everybody did the double guitar solo.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had to go around twice.
It's funny you thought of Europe. I love that band.
Guns N' Roses when I think that time.
They did well. See, even though they came out in the 90s, right? Basically,
85.
Well, that's when they were together.
Yeah, they formed in 85.
But that
Listen to the
he's awake.
man over here, man.
well, I made a post the other day. I
I
said,
gotta be smart every so often.
I said between Nova Rex and Guns N' Roses, we both came out in 1985, and between us, we've sold over 100 million albums.
Hey.
But no, I think their first album was basically 89, 1990.
So listen to this. What song? Because we got 1980s, it was 4 minutes and 8 seconds. So
Okay.
we all know there was these huge intros that
I think Stairway
showcased
to
everybody.
Heaven, a Pink Floyd song, or Hotel California. There's a
That
couple
was
of
70s though, wasn't it? Or was that into the late 70s, into the early 80s?
late 70s.
Okay. So listen to this. Do you know the longest ranking song ever that made it on radio? They would play it full time. You would get the whole entire song. There was nothing edited.
Can I make
nothing
I
else.
make a guess? I got
Yes,
a
yeah,
crazy guess.
Yeah.
Is it the Thanksgiving song that comes out every year with Frank Zappa? No, it's not Frank Zappa. It's not my. It's
Frank Zappa. No.
No.
Anyone want to take a guess? I mean, I know what the answer is.
I'm
so
I'm
I
gonna guess for the longest song ever to make it on the radio. I'm going to say that it's 18 minutes.
Ooh, that's a long time.
It is.
I can't think of one because every song that comes to mind, I know there's something longer.
Okay, so what is it?
The song was Bohemian Rhapsody
Oh,
by
Queen.
It
Queen.
was Queen?
They lasted 5 minutes and 55 seconds. It was the longest.
I thought Stairway to Heaven.
No, and I'll tell you, it was the longest one that was played the most on stations. However, there was another song that was prior to Queen doing the Bohemian Rhapsody, but it didn't get a lot of airplay like Queen did.
Okay.
Can you think of who that is? I love how busy the mall sounds.
I'm going to say that it was Freebird by Leonard Skinner.
Oh man, I wonder why that's not on the list. This is Hey Jude.
Oh, the Beatles? That
Yeah.
song is that long?
7 minutes
Yeah.
and 11 seconds
Goodness.
is Hey Jude. Hey Jude. And it would absolutely
Yeah, but
play.
you know how long? Eleanor Rigby's not even 2 minutes.
Oh, real? Oh, yeah. I was never a
Oh,
big
yeah, it's
Beatles
not.
fan.
Now that's a great song. I always wanted to redo because without the drums. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just saying, there's something there.
So just so you know, somebody who is now of the time, who is out there doing and making a lot of music, has a 10-minute version of a song. Now, I know this song does not get airplay for 10 minutes. You all can kiss my you-know-what, because I'm not a fan of hers, never will be. I don't care. 10-minute version of All Too Well by Taylor Swift.
Sound
She
all right.
has a 10-minute song. I would just go into my backyard and go, who is listening to a Taylor Swift for 10 minutes? You need some psychological
I don't know. I
help.
mean, if it's a good song, it's a good song.
Oh no, at least in the world
10
of,
minutes?
in the world of hip hop, we were waiting for a 15-minute song.
That's another
That's
one. that
too much.
That's
We
another
were
one,
waiting for
yeah.
it. Well, because when Kendrick Lamar and Drake were going at it, there was apparently talk that the first song Kendrick dropped was apparently 15 minutes worth the song, and we only got like 3 minutes.
So in 2023,
Was it a good song?
Oh, the song was good, yeah.
Okay.
So I was hoping for
2023. What? Hey, listen, if I hear 95 South, come on and join the right train. Ooh, ooh, come on. You know that the song, The Train?
Okay.
I would do that for an hour because
Well,
you can dance to it.
I was thinking that about the brick house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another one. Oh, she's a brick.
Ow.
Ow.
I mean, just play
Yeah,
that.
you could do that.
I think
yeah.
of Batman Pajama.
Bad Mama Jam is a good one.
Dun, dun, dun,
Who
dun,
did that
dun,
one? She's
dun,
a
dun,
bad
dun, dun, dun.
mama Gemma.
dun,
Who
dun,
did
dun,
that
dun,
one?
dun.
I can't even think who it is right
I
now.
can't remember his name off the top
All
of my
right, in
head.
2023, what is a trend that has not changed since really in the 2020s, by the way? How long is a song and you shouldn't go over or under at this point?
Okay, so you don't go over 3 minutes and you don't go under 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll second that one.
Is that right?
Yeah, no more than 3 minutes. You can, if you go over the 3 minute mark, you're done.
No, I'm trying to put a Christmas song together right now, and it's 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and I think it's 50 seconds too long.
I don't agree with that. I mean,
Man,
because
I'm going over 3 minutes and they can bite me.
yeah,
Well, I
you
mean,
better
that's
go
still-
under 3.
Dude, 2 verses and a short course is going to take you over 3 minutes.
Exactly.
I mean, 2 verses and a short solo.
This day and age, people have the attention span of a net.
Well, they
you know
said
those nets that fly around your head and you
with
just
the little,
like
with the little
"Eep,
brains.
eep, bah." I'm telling you, we have no attention span.
No, because they said that used to it was like you had 15 seconds to hook somebody in an ad or a song, and now they've cut it in half. It's like 7 seconds. You got to sell everything in 7 seconds. And I'll tell you, I can tell it's working because I watch a lot of streaming stuff, right? Your Hulu and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of these guys have they bring on the 2 15 seconds or 2 30-second commercials. So they're even making that quicker.
Yep.
And I love it because it's too quick for me to leave. So I have to watch them. You can throw a 15-second commercial on me. I cannot turn it.
No, you can't turn it. You got to get the information.
Right. So
You're gonna get
it makes, but if it was a full-on minute commercial, I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
flipping
nah,
to the
you-
other.
you're
I'm
definitely
flipping.
losing.
Yeah. So they're kind of figuring it out.
So put it this way: do you think song links continue to shrink?
Probably so.
Yes, I told you 100,000%. I think eventually it's just
Yeah.
going to be like Star Wars.
We're goldfishing it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: even in the 1960s, there was this band called the Chiffons,
Yep.
and they topped the charts with a song less than 2 minutes with "He's So Fine."
Mm-hmm.
He's so fine. Is that how it went? I don't know why I have this song in my head, but I can't sing
Well,
it.
you got to remember all the songs sounded like that.
Yeah, they all did.
Mhm.
It's like the
They
what was
wrote
her
their time.
name? Tina Turner. Tina Turner. Remember, she was in that whole group that they all had the same songs that sound the same. What was she in? I'm trying to remember the name of the group. I can't think of it. And her husband was beating the crap out of her. Anyway,
Mike and Ike,
Mike and Ike. Yeah,
Mike
Ike.
Ike, yeah.
Yeah.
or Ike
Um,
and Mike or something.
God, what was the name of the band? There was 3 girls, and she was the one that was always pushed back because of him. I can't
I
remember.
don't know.
Anyway, that was the 1960s. They had like short songs like that.
Mhm.
So anyway, what's happening now? Radio airplay significantly influences a song's charts
Rhythm.
success. What is it?
Kings of Rhythm.
Who?
The Tina Turner.
No. What was the name of the?
She might have been, man, because she. I don't-
No, she
Yeah,
was
that's
with
what I
3
did.
girls.
She.
No,
Hold on.
No, listen. That was still Ike. That was still Ike
I
Turner.
know. Well, they did her and him did a, but before that, she was with what was that?
Ikettes.
Barry, huh?
The Ikettes.
Yes, Barry
Again,
Gordy.
Ike.
Yeah,
Ike.
but it doesn't matter. It was 3 of them, I think, and he was doing all 3.
So they were called the Ikettes, but they were
Part
under
of- yes.
Ike and Tina Turner.
Yes.
No, I know that.
So
yeah.
it was her with two. It was her with
Okay.
2 backup singers.
Yes. Yeah.
But with 3 backups.
right.
It was a
Okay,
quartet.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, I remember their songs all sound the same. So anyway, here's what, if anyone's listening or if you care and you're trying to get on radio, which good luck with any new music, because, they just play the same thing over and over again. But it's saying that in order to be a success, you have to be 3 minutes. No more than 3 minutes. You must be at 3 minutes. So all these intros that you love to do,
For
or
two-
all the showboating of guitars and drums,
Triple solos. Yeah.
whatever you're doing, guess what? It ain't gonna matter because it's
Yeah,
going.
man, but I'm gonna do my thing. We're gonna be original to ourselves. We're gonna do it now, man. Because you paint during the week,
According to most,
right? I mean,
oh my God, according to this article, most hit songs are now written by teams of experts.
Yes,
Can
yes.
we say AI?
Sometimes
now-
it's songwriting teams. Sometimes it's other
Well,
people in a room.
Ask Dolly Parton.
it's gonna be more AI
now.
now. though.
Listen, focusing on earworms and killer hooks.
I'm all about the hooks,
Yep.
man.
What's earworms?
When you hear a song if I go,
You ever heard the concept of an earworm?
No, I've never heard it.
So you ever have a hook that gets stuck in your head?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, okay.
That's what an earworm is.
Like
Oh,
you
that
know,
happened today when somebody played Mariah Carey's Christmas song.
Yep.
All I want for da da.
Right,
and
right.
it was in my head all day. I go,
that
earworm.
is an earworm.
okay, got
And
it.
we do it all the time because I wake up and I tell my girl, I'm like, oh man, I got an earworm. And she goes, don't tell me. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me. And I have to
my
tell her.
God.
Have you heard how you get rid of an earworm?
No.
Listen to the entire song.
Oh,
Listen to the
And
entire
that'll
song.
get rid of it.
Because what psychologically, at least what I've heard from it, is that it's because your brain remembers that part, but it can't complete it. So if you actually go out
Right.
and complete it,
Okay.
then your brain's like, okay, I get it. Dropping.
interesting.
And what was the other thing you said? Earworm. And what was the other thing?
Killer Hooks,
Oh yeah.
which is important. I mean,
mean,
like
I-
Metallica's good at it. I mean, I can sit here and name
Dude, I
them.
got some like
Shinedown's good at it. So as a result of what we've been talking about, 37% of all the USA top 10 hits right now
as of
are
today.
less than 3 minutes long.
There you
We're
go.
gonna go 30.
There you go.
Um,
That's short.
yeah, that's short. And listen, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Shorts, you have to get the best part of your song. You have to
gotta go right to the point.
capture it.
Right
You
to the
got to
point.
capture it because you only have 15 to 60 seconds to get it right.
Listen, I'm to the point now. I think you just go tick, 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 hit the snare one time, and you start the vocal line right then.
Yep.
Right off the bat. I mean, before the radio jock's even done talking, you're already singing.
There is some art to that, isn't it?
Mhm.
I
There
mean,
is.
there really is an art to it because I mean, I'm finding out myself, like, because I love music. Like, I will listen to music all day long.
Oh, I really got a podcast.
I learned in the 60s there was a rule that your chorus had to start within the first 30 seconds of the song if it wanted to hit radio.
Yeah, there was different rules. at
So
certain times.
what do we see? Like, okay, so we see all this stuff that we brought up, you know, no more than 3 minutes, no more than this. You got to have a hook. You got to have a killer worm in your ear. You got to have all this. So let me ask you, where are we going? What is the future now with songs? Are we looking at 2 minutes? Are we looking at
No,
1 minute? What
no,
are we looking at?
I mean, I'm pretty accurate. I think that what's going to happen in the next few years, we're not there yet, but I think an average song is going to be a minute and a half.
Interesting.
And I think they're going to drop guitar solos out of them because I don't think people care. You know what my brother said about that? So my brother really likes music and he's close to my age, right? But he's like, I went and seen this band. They got a great band. I watched them all night long. And then the guitar player did a guitar solo, right? And the guy's a phenomenal guitar player. But he's like, I don't care about a guitar solo. This is coming from a normal dude, right? Because he's like, you play a guitar solo every song you play. So why would you want to throw an extra guitar solo on top of every solo that you play on every song? So it made sense to me when he said it like that. I was like, oh, so yeah, just forget the
well,
solo.
I mean, let's face it.
Drum solo, guitar solos.
if you're a musician or you're somebody that's in a band, or first of all, you're high ego. First and foremost,
Well, you gotta be
say
a
what
little
you
bit.
want.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta have an ego.
You all do. You all have to have an ego to get up there, to do what you do, perform, have the creative side. So, and you all think you're worthy of every individual person.
Never slept
so-
in your car.
Okay, no problem. I get it. I understand the mentality of it. But when you're like up on stage, like what was the band just recently? The whole reason that fight happened because somebody was up dicking the other person. That's what happened.
So-
That's what happened. The guy didn't like it that Navarro wanted to be the king of the song, and he wanted to be the one up in the Broadway lights.
Listen, real quick, I'll tell you. I told the story yesterday to somebody, but I remember playing the first time I played out in Montana at that Rock and Rivers gig, and I don't know, we're playing in front of maybe like 5,000 people, and so our last song of the night is "Turn It Up Loud." I had Adrian at the time and the old guitar player JP. But anyways, what happened was during the solo, which is a long solo in this particular song, it's more of a live song, right? Adrian was doing his David Lee Roth thing on the corner of the stage, throwing stuff out and everything. And my guitar player's playing a solo. He stopped and put his guitar down in a stand and made Adrian walk off stage. This all took place for about 2 minutes. And this is my last song of my
That's
set
so diva-ish.
because he stepped on his solo. Because he was looking like an ass, in front of his solo.
I don't know, I'd have thought, bro, he's hype manning.
Well, that's what Van Halen would have done. David Lee Roth would have been like, look at me the whole time Eddie's playing solos, right? But I'm just like, that's on a small level.
So what my point is that it seems
Egos.
like it's very hard to kind of monetize and bring this down to where you get equal time on some level of a band. So trying to create a 3-minute song, it can't be that easy when someone goes, oh, well, I think the drums should be a little longer.
That's
Or,
why
I think
that's why you have to bring in a producer, because no bands
Right.
truly really get along that way.
Yes, because at the end of the day, everyone's a piece, and they all want to be the center.
Like like
You need
Exactly.
someone who's
Yeah.
not in it to tell you, no, here's your center. Everyone else, do what you're gonna do.
and usually it's guitar players. But you're like,
really,
yeah.
I would think it's more.
No, guitar players run
the
the show.
singers.
No, singers are pretty bad too. But guitar players want it louder, louder, louder,
yep,
louder,
because-
louder, louder, more,
Because
more.
they want to hear what they're doing. Their amp is
Yeah.
probably custom.
Dude, I mean, do like that Boston album. That guitar player is a phenomenal guitar player, but there's 200 tracks of guitar on one song.
Yep, there it is.
200.
There it is.
That's
I
pretty
mean,
wild.
dude, get over your. He's playing one note. Dink, dink. You know what I mean? That's one
Right.
track. I'm like, God,
And then the
man.
poor bass players, you guys are just like getting along with the rhythm.
I gotta give it to bass players though, because bass players, I'm a sucker for a good bass.
bass is good. And
A bass is very nice.
Yeah, and I just always think they're the smartest guys in the band.
Well, listen, we're not going to solve all the world's problems today with music.
But write a
All
2-minute
I-
song.
All I know, it's not easy today to get your music out there, especially originals. I actually see this trend of where people are just going to be doing more of the tribute stuff to
Well,
the
that's
cover
that's
bands.
full go right now.
It's like
full go.
it's on high octane. Don't know how long this cycle's going to
it's
last.
like I do not want to go to a festival and watch 10 tribute bands when I can go
It's
to
happening.
I can go to another festival and watch the same 10 bands.
It's happening. So
The-
I don't.
the real bands.
How do we know, or how can we keep original music alive? This is what we got to focus on.
But the problem is, see, I'm trying to be nice. The thing is, look, we're available here to help people out to play their music.
Right.
There's a lot of people that aren't smart enough to even come around, right? So, and I don't know what they think they're going to do. Listen, I don't care who you are, unless you're like maybe on Jimmy Fallon, but for you to get played one time on JRR at 11 p.m. at night, one time means nothing. It doesn't sell. I mean, you'd be lucky if you sell 10 downloads. I mean, there's nothing there. And,
Right.
and so basically to get airplay, like I had a song, I had a radio station friend, he's a program director. And I said, look, man, I have this new song. Can you play it? Can you play this thing like 20 times a week? Right. And he's like, Kenny, I don't think that's enough. And I'm like, well, how can I get it played any more than that? And he's like, you can't, because we have sponsors, we have other people paying to get their airplay. You know, we have other stuff that we have to play.
Well, that's the whole thing. So right here on rockalout.com, I mean, I know we're streaming radio, but believe it or not, we do get a lot of people listening to the show. We also have a lot of people that log in every day to rockalout.com, even on our Live 365. They're listening to new music. Thank you guys to all the original music that's being put out there, which is a great lead in to what
Oh, you
we're
want me to talk about
doing.
it?
Yes, tell them.
Okay, so I thought it was a good idea. I was thinking for G Love too, but the thing is this: she plays all these local bands all the time, and there's some good stuff. I mean, I'm not being a jerk, so I'm like, cool. What we should do though is like back in the old school days, they used to do the homegrown CDs, well, albums back then. It's a little less important now because everybody has distribution now. You have the same distribution as Sony. You just don't have the money to promote it. That's
Right.
the difference. But I like the idea of putting a dozen or so local bands that you play anyways,
Right.
and put a compilation CD together. And then that way, say this track one band sells 10 downloads. Well, that's 10 downloads for all the bands.
Right.
So you kind of figured out. So there's no money to really be made, but it would be great as a promotional tool. And we want to call it Rock All Out Florida Originals and have like, a dozen or so bands in it.
I'm really excited
And I've
about
already,
it.
I only worked on it for 2 days and I've already got 6 great bands, by the way.
Awesome. Doing better than me because my originals that I chose, the people that I wanted to be on there,
What'd they say? What'd they say to you?
it's not saying anything. They just don't respond.
No, they're like, oh, that three line contract, like, hey, I give you
No, it's
permission.
not even that.
it's not
They're
even
not
that
even no, they're not even responding to me. It's like what?
I figured you're gonna have to go through attorneys.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you got to get with my
not
you
gonna
got to
happen.
get with my label.
because you know what's going to happen. I'm about to go with all these South Florida, Port St. Lucie,
I'll
all the
get
way
you-
down.
I'll get you good. bands.
I know. I'll go all the way down. I don't have to stay right here in Central Florida.
And we've heard
Because
that.
you're almost prima donnas at this point.
We heard that about you too, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
Prima donna?
No, you'd go all the way down.
Oh, that part. Yeah. All
Um,
right. All right, everyone, stay right here. We got G Love Sex in Her City, and we are going to go into some of the new trendiest cities to go visit. Stay right here on Real Talk with G Love.
On Rock All Out, Florida Originals, out by December1st.com.
What happened?
That last 15 seconds was unnecessary.
Yeah, we
That was
could
a really long play out.
we,
Yeah.
we
That was all reverb and tail.
we could have shaved that.
I
off.
don't. I'm just playing. I
Oh,
don't care.
man.
I like that song, by the way, whoever that was. so.
Pistols at Dawn, song called Fly.
Yep,
I
Fly.
really, they're from Atlanta, Georgia.
And you can
Love
only
them.
hear it, and you can hear it here, right here
That's
on
right.
rockallout.com.
Thank you, Izzy, our unofficial official intern who supports us nonstop. Thank you so much for listening out there on Facebook.
Bring cookies.
We need people to bring us stuff. Why have we
Yes.
lost the art of that?
Right, because we used to have that together. Like,
Right.
Listen, if you're a food,
We got wings. We got all
Listen.
kinds of stuff.
here's the deal. We'll be here next Monday from 5 to 7.
Yes.
If you get here, we're usually here by 4:30, right? We're here a little bit early to turn everything on.
Yep.
You guys come here and bring food. We will talk about it the whole time on the show.
We definitely would.
So,
This group.
and we like food. Or desserts. I'll take desserts.
Oh my God! Speaking of desserts, real quick before I do my my loving my city, we went over to Orlando, our Orlando Ale House. There's ale houses all over the place, but the one in Sanford. So
You run right here in the mall.
right here at the mall, and Izzy and I go over there, and so we get our little specials because they got great specials, right? And then we're both looking at each other. Oh, should we get the dessert, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, desserts for me, I can't. I don't even know how people can sit and eat a whole dessert. So we split it,
Smoke a lot of weed.
I guess, but we split it, right? They bring out this big brownie in
Nice.
a
Ice cream?
skillet. In the
Oh
skillet.
yeah.
And then how do you say that? Godaldi chocolate. It's a
Right,
gold. It's a gold foil
Yeah.
chocolate.
I don't know how to say it.
Okay, let me just tell you.
It was good.
I had like 4 bites of it, and I'm like, oh my God, I am going to go in a diabetic coma. I will have to go to the hospital. It was so sweet. It's still in my refrigerator. I had like 2 bites yesterday. I had a couple of bites today,
I
and
can't do it. I can't do it. No, here's how it works for me. This is how
Oh
bad I
my
am.
God, it's so
you bring me
much.
home a piece of cake or something. I'll take a couple of bites, and then I don't care if it's a half a cake. I'll be like 2 bites into it. I'm like, I'm just going to eat this now and get it over with.
No,
Get it out of my house.
Oh, my
You would
tooth,
not.
My sweet tooth is just terrible.
But my girl can take a piece of candy and eat 1 piece,
Yeah.
and then eat 1 piece tomorrow, and eat
It-
1 piece the next day. I'll
it-
eat the whole bag the same day and be done with it.
Depends
It's
on the candy.
It's so
Or cake
sweet,
or
though, you
cupcakes.
guys. I'm telling you, it had ice cream, vanilla ice cream on the top. Then it had
It's dinner
the whole,
time. It's
It
dinner
had
time.
the whole chocolate, hot chocolate on. The Garaldi, whatever chocolate melted on. I'm like, oh my goodness, and it's still in my refrigerator. I can't, and it's still there's about almost half of it still
If
there.
you live closer, I'd come grab it.
Oh my
But I told you,
goodness.
let me know next time you go over there.
No, we will.
I had a friend of mine, was a really good friend that lived here for a while. Now he's back in Michigan, but he managed a
Ale
ale
House.
house
Yeah,
for like 10 years, and so
the food's really good. So we will.
he used to hook me.
Izzy,
up.
Lizzie, next time you come in, maybe next Monday or next Wednesday, we got to take Kenny with us because he's ready to go have some ale house.
Yeah, smoked fish dip too. That's another.
Oh
good
my,
one.
all of it's good.
Mhm.
All right, so some really cool, trendy cities up and coming. I love North Carolina. I've been to a couple places in North Carolina. One place I haven't been into is Durham. Have you ever been to Durham?
I was thinking about that. I like North Carolina too. Durham, no.
Well, Durham is becoming, of course, it's home of Duke University, but it's also the destination for the Blue Devils basketball games.
Okay.
They've gotten really popular with that.
I know Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yep.
That's the home of Michael Jordan.
I know most of the mountain areas. Like I've been into all the real pretty mountains, but
a lot of NASCAR stuff up there.
But what's happening in Durham is that the culinary scene is off the charts. They have juicy barbecue, obviously, right? Barbecue is always good in the Carolinas.
I think there's Master Chef's finale tonight at 8:00.
Biscuits.
Ah, yeah.
They make the most amazing biscuits, I guess, and they make different versions of biscuits. And they also have black garlic ice cream. Now, I am not so sure about that, but apparently it's one of the best ice creams you'll ever have, and it's called black garlic ice cream.
I'll let you know when I eat that. I mean, in Maine they have lobster ice cream, and it's horrible.
Most of the food is centered around the local farm-to-table movement,
Mhm.
where they bring all the food from the farm and they bring it to the table. They'll do anywhere from like fresh eggs to fresh meat to fresh.
Well, they do fish in Carolina, right? They'll do ocean oysters and stuff, wouldn't they?
Right. They also have contemporary arts, cultural programs at the 1930s landmark, the Durham Hotel, which I've heard of that. And they have 200 performances they hold each year at the Durham Performing Arts Center.
Oh, cool.
So some really cool concerts, Broadway productions.
You know, they try to do that in Orlando every so often, and just
Just,
never
it never took
it never
off.
sticks here.
No,
I
because
don't-
it's too
trendy.
Yeah.
No, no.
Transient.
Transient,
Too
thank you.
transient.
That's what I meant to say. But
If you remember the 1988 film Bull Durham,
I love it. Great
love
movie.
that.
Kevin Costner.
You got to go to the Durham Athletic Park. That's where Kevin Costner once stood. So that's their claim to fame. Tucson, Arizona. Arizona, we have a lot of guys that come from Orlando, that come from California, your band friends, and they've been in California and they end up going to Arizona.
Well,
A
that's
lot of people are going.
Well, first it was Vegas, then it started being Arizona, then it was Florida and Texas, and now it's Nashville.
Listen to this. Time magazine recently listed Tucson on its world's greatest places in 2023, ranking, calling it the soul of the Sonoran Desert. Sonoran.
How come you said it like that?
I don't know. How do you say it?
not-
Sonoran Desert?
It's none of those.
Sonoran. How would you say it? Sonoran. Sonoran.
Saran.
Sonoran.
That's not how it's said, though. I know that's not right. If you said it right, I would go, oh, yeah, the Saranaran.
Okay, whatever. It is the soul of the Sonoran Desert.
Saran.
Oh my God, I'm gonna smack you. It used to be the Wild Wild West, but it's not anymore. What? Do you have it? Are you gonna say it
I don't have
properly?
it. Hold on, he's looking it up. Okay, what do you got?
Keep riffing.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second.
Located over 110 miles southeast of Phoenix, Tucson offers everything from colorful adobe neighborhoods. What is an adobe neighborhood? Hip.
It's the housing. It's
Also, adobes are a kind of clay.
That's what I mean. It's clay housing stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. I thought adobe
Man,
like the.
see, here's the thing about Arizona. I like Arizona, but in the summer it's too freaking hot. It's as hot as the sun, the surface of the sun, and I do not want to have to go out in summertime at midnight and it's still 91
Did you figure out how to say it?
I did.
Yes.
Sonona.
It is called the Sonoran.
Sonoran.
The
I
Sonoran.
wasn't too far off.
You said Sonata.
Sonoran. No, I said Sonoran.
Sonoran.
How about this one? Boise, Idaho. You know what's crazy about this Arizona and Idaho? They're all nestled into like mountains all around
That's
them.
what's cool about it.
Yeah.
I heard a lot about this place. It's not.
Boise.
It's not cheap to live there.
No, I've heard that too. But they definitely have they have these coffee roasters. I apparently it's all fresh coffee bean when you go to these places. So you know, like when you go to Starbucks and they just make you a coffee that's made from whatever. Well, they actually will take the bean and make the bean coffee right there for you. So it's all beans, right? Like different beans, and then you get squeezed out on the beans. I think that's pretty cool. Why?
Oh, so I'm going to move to that state so they can make me ground beef.
They have
bean
gourmet.
coffee?
Okay, gourmet donut shops.
Okay, now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So anyway, this is some things you'll find like in big cities in Seattle and San Francisco. But tons of shopping, a wealth of culture attractions, including theaters downtown, also art centers and museums.
I do love coffee, though.
I think this. I want to go to Boise.
Are you a
just to
coffee
say
drinker?
when. I am.
I am when I need the energy.
See, I just love the smell of it.
Oh, me too.
Coffee does smell nice.
How about the Boise River? I'm sure a lot of serial killers have been around this river. 20-mile trail that runs along the banks of the Boise River, providing opportunities for walking, jogging, and biking right in the city. It is really pretty. I got to tell I would go.
That's
I
not,
would go.
I never was.
It's like Utah. I'd go there
It's
too.
like, exactly.
I
that's
would
what it
go
looks
there.
Like. Utah, Montana, same thing.
Now, Oakland, California, I remember years ago, Oakland was the place not to go.
Right.
Like you were supposed to stay far, far, far away from Oakland.
Ice-T sang about it.
But apparently it's come a long way. It is now in the recent years to be ranked on one of the most underrated cities to visit in the U.S. The best coffee cities. Again, another coffee place.
I always thought that was Seattle. But here's the thing. Like when I went to Paris, they had that coffee, a different coffee, really strong. I made myself just like a regular cup like that.
Oh, it's different.
Oh my God!
Different.
What's that pen you got to take when you're
Yeah.
ODing?
Yeah.
Like I had to take
or
one.
that you got to go run to the bathroom because
No,
all of a sudden it hits your other place.
I was totally ripped up. But talking about Oakland, right?
Oakland.
My brother, I just remember me telling me he drove up because from Indianapolis to Chicago Cubs is about 3.5 hours. So he went up there today to watch a 1:30 Cub game against the Oakland A's.
Oh wow, very
See
cool.
how I tied that all in?
Hey, you tied it in. You're so popular.
Yeah, I'm getting good at this.
Portland, Maine. I've been to Portland. Beautiful place. Maine is actually very nice, but you got to go the right time of the year. You really do, because you go up there when it's like
Okay.
icy cold. What?
Well, I was married to a chick from Bangor, right? So I know Maine really, really well. Great food, great. In the wintertime, it's brutal. You forget about it. You can't even drive in driveways up there, right?
Right.
But I'm telling you, after I went to Alaska, Maine looks like it's like nothing compared to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I thought Maine was
no,
like the coolest
it's
thing
not big.
ever.
Yeah.
No, Maine's still pretty awesome. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
No, it's
you
the
see
food.
wells, the food, the water goes in and out. The
You
food.
get some lobster up there, some crab.
Yeah, but after I went to Alaska, I'm like,
Yeah. Well, now you've been there, done that.
there's nowhere other place I can go. That was the best. That was
Lots
the biggest
of fun stuff to do here. And the last city we got is Portland, Oregon. I've gotten through my company that I'm with. I've gotten to meet a lot of people from Portland.
What are they doing out there?
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
I just don't know what they're doing out there. I don't know people from Portland.
I actually do, and they live in these beautiful big homes, like stupid big homes that they paid like $200,000 for, and I'm like, what? That house is humongous on lots of land. 6 bedrooms. 6 bedrooms.
Well, I don't. That's too many bedrooms for me.
Well, I'm just saying. Can you imagine? But there's skiing, of course. There's all kinds of stuff to do there. You can go to surf. Obviously, when there's no ice or any snow.
Where's this at again?
Portland, Oregon.
So that's where Dave Lockstar Guitar.
Is out. Yeah,
Well, no,
yes.
he lived there, but he don't live there no more.
He moved.
He moved from there inwards to like
Somewhere close.
He was on the. Yeah,
Oh.
he's moved more in state.
I don't know. I'm not real familiar with
I'm
Oregon.
just saying I don't hang out.
I would, if for a trendy city to go visit, just to say you've been there, done that. It's super clean. They do the farm to table kind of concepts. They have windsurfing, kayaking, canoeing, all kinds of stuff to do. The people that I've gotten to know that are part of my company, not my company personally, but the company I work for, their houses are just insane. I'm like, you had to spend millions of dollars on this house. And she's like, no.
It's Portland.
It's Portland. Yeah. Apparently the real estate out there is really, really affordable.
Better than Florida?
Oh, God, please. All right. A little bit of trendy cities that you can go visit out there. G Love will be sure when she gets on the road to visit a lot of these places. Stay right here on Real Talk with G Love.
We'll be right back on rockallout.com.
Find all the words
They got me. They got me. They faked me out at the end.
Oh, they faked you
They
out.
faked me out, man. Damn it.
Wow. Gunshine.
It was
I
good.
like him. Gunshine. That's
Yeah,
a,
that's going on my Spotify playlist.
I like 'em.
That's going on
that's
my
a
playlist.
great band for working out. All right, so G Love sexy tip of the night. Since we're talking about criminals and like how you
Smooth criminals. Not just regular criminals.
Yeah, smooth.
It
There,
Greatest bass line ever, though, by the way.
was.
It is. It's a really good one. I seen a guy play it the other day. I saved it, man, and he's phenomenal. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Santa. All right, so there is a name for people that have a sexual interest in and attraction to those who commit crimes. By the way,
You
I
just
wouldn't
call
be
them
surprised.
no,
lunatics? That's not the name?
It's like
It's called-
something Ophelia.
you're very close.
Oh, you got to put a Ophelia on it. Okay, okay. I like it.
Hybristophilia is the
What?
name.
That's
Yes.
lame.
It's almost like hybrid. Like I look at hybristophilia, I'm thinking I would name a car after
How
this.
come there's not a documentary on people like that?
I don't know. It's a great
There's-
idea.
There's a documentary on people eating, soap.
Well-
I mean, there's documentaries on Stockholm syndrome.
Okay,
So-
right.
Almost similar difference.
Same thing, but here's what it is. It comes from the Greek word hubrission, meaning to commit an outrage against someone.
But real quick, did every word come from Greek?
Greek or Latin.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's always like, hey, it's a Greek word. I'm like, what was before that? No words.
What it details as a hybristophilia person is that you enjoy high-profile criminals, particularly those who have committed atrocious crimes.
I heard Marilyn Manson had a lot of fans.
Receive fan mail in prison that is sometimes amorous or sexual,
Maybe-
presumably because of this phenomenon.
P. Diddy will get some.
He
Pen pals.
absolutely will. The aggressive type of hybristophilia can occur in men with female serial killers.
Yep.
In some cases, admirers of these criminals have gone on to marry the object of their affections in prison. What this phenomenon has been called is the Bonnie and Clyde syndrome.
Yep, that's not about right.
Okay. So there are 12 psychological reasons why some women love talking to murderers in prison.
Number one, daddy issues.
Number one,
Okay.
they have a fascination or attraction to the murderer's media attention.
Yeah.
They like
They're stars.
that
They like that you
media.
popping.
That's right. They tend to attract the attention of women. Let's say, what's a couple of these people? Scott Pearson,
Yeah, the two brothers.
the two brothers that, by the way, are both married. So anyway, they tend to attract a lot of attention of women. Experts believe that some women's motives may include the desire for fame or proxy for association.
Well, here's what I figure too. I did see where there's women that'll marry guys in prison that they've never had an outside date with them. They just marry them in prison.
Right.
But then they also get so many times a year where they get to put them in a room and let them hook up.
Yeah, they have babies and everything. They get married and have babies.
Right. So if I'm a guy in prison for life, I at least want that. I at least want to be able to tap something twice a year. You know what I mean? Like I got to marry somebody
Yeah.
Well, number two,
and bring me cigarettes.
they believe they can rehabilitate the killer.
Oh, that's not. Gonna
I can fix him.
I can fix him.
Listen, women, you cannot fix any man. It never, ever, 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 ever works. Now,
No. way.
listen, you can make them a little bit better. You can make them smell better. You can make them dress better. You may even have them perform
In
sex. but-
prison?
no, I'm talking about just in general.
Oh, in
You just
general.
can't change. You can't change men.
Yeah, many mental health professionals believe that women who love talking to and engaging with serial killers and murderers are fulfilling an unmet need. They feel they can tame the savage beast or beyond the exterior to a person who's just a product of their environment. So, number 3, they see the innocent child that the killer once was. You know how they always go back? And you know that Joyce Mitchell chick, the prison employee who helped 2 convicted murderers,
Get Out.
Richard Matt and David Sweat, get
Yep,
out?
that's exactly.
Thinking that, oh, because they had such a terrible childhood, I just needed to be a part of their lives. And the fact that she didn't see them as monsters, she saw them that they made her feel special. Because remember, she was married. That chick was married too, on top of it.
So she had some issues.
She had some major issues. And come to find out, that one guy, he was a cold-blooded murderer. Like, he murdered a lot of people. He wasn't just some, oh, by the way, I just accidentally killed someone. This guy had like a list of people that he killed. 4, they can trust the murderer not to cheat. Because why? He's in jail. But here's a newsflash.
They're cheating in jail.
They can cheat in jail. They can cheat because at the end of the day, they could have a bro around the corner.
Well,
that's cheating.
Well, that's all they have when you're in jail, right?
But pretty much, unless they have other chicks on the list to come in and see them. Just because she's getting special privileges.
How many chicks do you think P. Diddy will have coming in?
Probably quite a few, but I think he'll enjoy the latter.
Yeah.
You know. So they feel that if they marry someone like this, that they are going to have someone for life that will never cheat on them.
These are cat women, right?
Yeah, I guess. Let's ask Kamala. They don't.
Oh, there you go. Yes, you got to stop it. Don't get me started.
They don't have the demands of a traditional relationship. There's no checking in nor accountability. So a lot of these women that get involved with criminals in the courts or in the prison system is they don't have to like say what they're doing. Like Carol Ann Boone, who became Ted Bundy's girlfriend. Okay.
Right.
She was out there saying he was unfairly railroaded. All these things happen. Remember how she was out there just, waving the sign for him and everything?
He's a psycho.
Psycho. So at the end of the day, they exploited, remember the old law in the courtroom of Florida where they got married in court and she couldn't testify against him? They have since changed that law that they can't do it while in court. But that was pretty wild that they figured that out. Yeah. But listen, Bundy was a smart man. Don't
real
kid
smart.
yourself.
He was a college professor, wasn't he?
No, he was an attorney. He went to got his law degree and everything. No, he was very,
that's the one
very
ended up
smart.
going out in the woods and making all the bombs, right?
Oh, he was crazy.
No, I'm thinking of the bomb guys. Who I'm thinking about.
Well, that was not Ted Bundy. That was.
Remember, he had the beard. He was the bomber.
Yeah, he was another smart one.
But he was a professor at a.
Yeah, he could have been for sure. They have an infatuation with killers, and there are some people that cross that line. Like they'll just get deep and deep and deep into what they've done, what they didn't do. And then they don't even realize that this infatuation turns into love. Like they now are in love with them. So this is another reason that psychological reasons that women might what?
Well, no, it's like chicks that I want to date a vampire. Well, they don't exist.
Right. They have low self-esteem. Go figure.
Yeah.
They are naturally drawn to dominant men. What you're going to find out with a lot of serial killers or people that commit crimes often is that they are dominant, right?
Yeah, they're running the show.
They're running the show.
Yeah, they kind of got to be in control when they're stabbing somebody.
Absolutely.
You gotta use your pimp. You gotta use your pimp hand once in a while.
And here's another thing. Some women are just sexually challenged that they don't want to have to perform all the time for a serial killer, which they're not going to because they're in jail and they only get so many visits in a year.
I wonder how many visits that is, by the way.
I don't know. I think it's all based on where they're at. Like what prison are they at?
Okay.
It's gonna once we find out where Diddy's gonna go, we're gonna keep on tabs. Like what is he gonna get?
See if he gets any freak off parties there.
That's right. So something you learned here tonight with G Love, hybristophilia, meaning that hybristophilia. Why are you laughing at me? That's
I'm gonna fail the test.
Hybristophilia.
Okay.
It's not that hard to say once you look at it.
Just sounds weird.
But it is just that women get into this. They want to be involved with a serial killer or a criminal. There you go. All right, Kenny, what do we have?
What do you call
Monday?
What do you call that people that want to be with supermodels and rich famous.
I don't know. We got to look that up for next time.
Give me that one. Oh, don't forget tomorrow night, by the way, you guys football fans, New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. So you can check that out tomorrow night on Prime. Aaron Rodgers. What are you asking me? What am I doing this weekend?
Now, are we doing anything fun? I mean, I don't have anything scheduled this weekend at all. Nothing. However, next week, better watch out. There are lots of stuff that's going to be happening next week. Do we have anybody for Monday yet, or are we working on it? Yeah, we're working on it.
Sure.
Wednesday, we are going to have AMOV.
Doing
Wednesday, yeah, he'll be on StreamYard with us. That was one of the bands we heard tonight. So on Wednesday, we will have someone on with us. So.
And if you have a band and you got a great single and you want to put it on a compilation album, get a hold of G Love.
Yeah, point at me. Don't point at him.
No, because I'll just send you to her anyways.
Exactly. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Real Talk with G Love. Be sure to listen to us every Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. I play some great playlist music to work out to. Be sure to check out Writer Now magazine. A lot of stuff going on. We got October, November, December coming up. All kinds of stuff coming up.
There's charities every week.
Everywhere. Seminole Town Center. Still got our Dillards, our JCPenney's, our Dick's Sporting Goods, our Elevate. Check them out, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Real Talk with G Love.
We'll see you next time. Peace.